Hello and welcome. You're watching Cricbuzz Comm Box at the end of the 10 overs of India's innings, who were put into bat by South Africa, who won the toss. My name is Tanay Tiwari. With me, Mr. Ajay Jadeja. AJ, welcome to Cricbuzz Comm Box. Let's have a look at where the game is, AJ, because something that you warned us about as well, because historical data might say something else about this pitch, but today it seems like a very good track to bat on. 10 overs, 96 for 1. Of course, Rohit Sharma getting out right towards the end of that 10th over. KL Rahul in sublime form, 22 ball 48. Did have some luck to start off with. Keshav Maharaj getting that wicket off Rohit Sharma. AJ, how do you see the score at the 10th over mark?
Ooh, a lot more than I expected because
Yeah.
we were probably way behind. I was looking at conditions from the past. I think this wicket is definitely different from what we've seen in Guwahati.
Yeah.
This new stadium seems to have a lot more bounce and it's coming on nicely. A little surprised with the way, South Africa approaching this innings, but India would be more than happy. I mean, sitting almost close to 100 with, just
Yeah.
one wicket. We just lost Rohit a ball before. So India's sitting pretty, and if everybody or anyone who thought batting first is not a good idea, at this stage it's looking like a very good idea.
It is, yeah, correct. At the Barsapara Stadium, it's bursoing runs right now. But the one thing that you mentioned, AJ, about South Africa's bowling, and you're right, because some of those bowling changes also that they made, especially inside the power play when Rabada's bowling, they took him off the attack. Amrit Noke didn't come throughout the power play. Did you think they missed the trick with their bowling combination and changes as well?
Look, you know me. I mean, you personally know me, and you've heard enough
Absolutely.
times that
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of this pre-planned,
correct.
strategies that people come out with. Who's going to bowl one over? Who's going to bowl next? And already planned fifth over will be this, and 10th will be that. But that's a style a lot of teams these days like to play with. And the
Mhm.
belief behind that is that you don't want the batsman to get used to any kind of bowler. But having looked at the results that you had today and over the years, it doesn't seem to matter much when you don't pick up wickets.
Yeah,
You've changed what,
correct.
four bowlers, one, two, three, four in those 6 overs, brought back Rabada, but it didn't seem to work for you. So at times it works. A lot of people believe in this format. I'm not a believer, but today it certainly didn't work for South Africa. But you can't blame them today
Yeah.
because teams have now decided to play with certain style of play, and they go with it whether it works for them or not on a particular day, because eventually no matter what style you play with, over a period of time you will get numbers, but by then it's probably too late.
Yeah, correct. And also add to that the fact that you run into Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, who well seemed in red hot form today, AJ. Another 50 plus partnership for the two of them. They scored, I think, 1,000 of those now already. But KL Rahul did have some sort of good fortune towards the start. There was an inside edge that didn't go on to the stumps. But apart from that, he's coming through on that guarantee card that you gave me. Every time he plays 20 plus balls, he will have a strike rate of 150 plus.
Yeah, I mean, because that was from then till all the way to the World Cup. Last game,
Yeah.
yes, you were a little worried.
Yeah.
He was run a ball, but things were different. But he's looking good. He's looked good ever since then, and he's too good a player. And
Yeah.
in short terms, yes, sometimes a man is out of form or somebody's coming back, but class is permanent, as they say, and he's shown that. I mean,
Yeah.
the contrast today we had. I mean, Rohit Sharma, who's class player, no doubting that, but he was almost like hacking every tree in that ground. But
Yeah.
he's still what, 40? He got out at 40 plus of
Yeah,
38 balls.
37
Whereas
balls.
on the other side, KL Rahul's looked sublime. Anything that's been on his foot, he's picked it up for sixes. He's cut the ball beautifully. No risk taken. Yes, he was lucky. You were right at that inside edge with Parnell to start with. You need that little bit of luck. But that guarantee card, I'm saying, keep it in your pocket. Trust me, if he plays 20 balls from here on till the World Cup, any game through the World Cup, it will be. Because that's the way India's decided to play.
Yeah,
it is very difficult for now a player not to go with this approach. This is an approach that captain has, decided to play with. A lot of people like it, and this is what you're going to see. Whether it's successful or not, time will tell.
Yeah. At the end of 11 overs, I'm just seeing my Cricbuzz app. Actually, 11.1. India are 106 for 1. Before we go, AJ, let's have a quick look at India's playing 11. And I have a very pinpoint question for you. It is, who comes in next? A wicket falls here, perhaps in the next 2-3 overs. You've got so many options. You've got Surya Kumar Yadav, Rishabh Pant. Then there's Dinesh Karthik as well. There's Akshar Patel. Who comes in for you?
Surya Kumar Yadav, I mean, there's no doubt. I was surprised not to see him walk in place of, Virat at that stage. But, because you what halfway through the innings, if you divide players in that team, there's solidity at the top for me, those three, and then you got attack at the middle and the later part. So I would have already started thinking, because it's a positive day. But no doubt, next comes in Surya Kumar Yadav. There's no doubt.
Yeah, it's the Comm Box curse that's almost struck. I can see from the corner of my eye that KL Rahul has been given out. LBW has taken the DRS before the Comm Box curse strikes anymore, and Indian fans are after our backs. AJ, we'll go. Thank you so much for joining us.
Two is what we need now. That score of yours and mine is too late.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll be left far behind. Of course, we'll see you at the end of Indian innings on Cricbuzz Live. That's all on Cricbuzz Comm Box. Thank you, AJ, for joining us. Thank you to all of you as well. We'll see you soon.